Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So this is gonna be the part 2 of me getting ready, as well as me talking about my time in the Philippines and how me and my mom also got the virus. And so I've already gone ahead and prepped my face. I didn't put any foundation just because I didn't want it to be super heavy tonight, and plus I'm not really covering up anything, you know, besides my mini dark circles and whatnot. I'm just gonna go straight ahead, and all of the palettes that I'm gonna be using are all Morphe palettes. I'm gonna also go ahead and use the same palette that I used on my part 1 video. I love Morphe and they're quite versatile. They have a lot of colors. I just decided to get it. So today I'm kind of going into like that kind of nighttime makeup look. I'll apply lashes today as well while I'm telling you this story. I think we're just gonna go ahead and start. I'm just gonna go ahead and use 4 types of brushes for my eyes today. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Fall Into Frost palette. I'm going to start using a transition shade, this corner right here, which is called Bliss, and I'm just gonna put it on my liddy. I'm going to now go into the lid, and I'll just go ahead and do the transition shade. If you have not seen my part 1, that was a story about my uncle. I kind of wanted to like tell you a story about my uncle first before I head on to me and my mom, just because I think that's how it all really started and how we got to know the situation. During the time when my uncle was in the hospital, I think it was like nighttime, and I started like around like 3 o'clock. Yeah, it was almost close to morning, and like it was around 3 o'clock a.m. and then my body started shaking, and like my body was just really cold, and I started to get like huge chills. I didn't feel any warmth or anything yet, close to getting to that fever stage. I didn't tell anyone about the situation. Like I didn't tell my mom that I was feeling really like I was getting chills and stuff until like 2 days later or something, just because I didn't want to alarm her. And knowing that my uncle went to the hospital and then like having dengue as well, so we were kind of like already trying to keep our hopes like up that this is not happening and stuff like that. So I kind of didn't want to tell her till then. Now I'm gonna go ahead into like kind of more like a darker color here, and it's called Illusion. I'm putting that in like the corner right here, and then slowly moving it up. Next morning when I woke up, that's when I really started to feel the sickness. Like I was like having really like actual fever, and I just had a feeling that I was feeling weak and stuff, and I literally didn't take a shower for like, I'll wash my body and stuff, do intense shower for like 2 days, because I wanted to see like what it was. And we have this thing where like, in the Philippines people are always saying like, hey, don't take a shower while you're sick. But I think for me, like I kind of want to wash off all my germs. But my fever was like 38. I can actually show you. I think it was like around 38 Fahrenheit. It was like literally fever. And so I've actually put up a log, so I can like put a photo here and then show you guys. I've had fevers before, and like I know when my body just starts to have those chills, you know that you're gonna get there. Yeah, I kept checking and monitoring my body, and then I've had the fever for like 2 days straight, and I also had really bad migraines. Now I seriously felt so much pain, and I just didn't understand at the time like what it was. And I don't know what kind of look I'm going for, but it looks kind of cute, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that there. And then I kind of just like told myself like, hey, you know what, might as well just go to the hospital, because I had a fever for 3 days straight. I even took ibuprofen, and I heard that when you are like having fevers or whatever, you're not supposed to take it. When I went to the hospital to go check what infections do I have, or viruses or something. I went in to go check for also dengue, and I was positive for it. My aunt is also a doctor, so she was over there trying to help us too. So that's how we knew the results really fast as well. And then my grandma called me and my mom in because we were out and I think we just got a massage or something. And basically we went, and then my grandma called, we went back home, and then she was giving us like this the weirdest look ever. We made it back home, and then she was like, you have dengue, and I was like, oh my god. So like I was shocked, and we didn't know what to do at that time, and I told myself to just calm down. During the 1 week, my symptoms were so bad. I had like a lot of fevers. Obviously, on top of that, I also had headaches, had cold sweats, like my whole leg. At night I would be laying down and I wouldn't do anything, but my leg was like seriously poking me. Like if you've ever felt like a needle like poking on your bone, that's what it feels like. Poking struck all over my leg, and also it hurt my lower back. So yeah, like I was also puking, and I really didn't want to eat too. Like my portion of rice was literally 1.5 cups. Like my portion of rice was 1/2 cup. Okay, I promise you, I know it looks really terrible right now, but I promise it will be best. So yeah, I was puking, and ew, it was so gross because I literally didn't have any food for the span of 2.5 weeks. I honestly lost a lot of weight. I think I've lost at least like unhealthy 10 pounds. I just didn't eat at all. Like there were days where I would not eat, and then I would still puke, and I was puking just literal water, and it was terrible. My stomach was just like sore, and there were times that I really fainted. I think it was just because the initial like me having a fever, and then as well me not eating at all. So that combination kind of literally blew everything up, and that's when I was bedridden for 1 week. I'm not feeling happy about anything at all, honestly, and it was kind of like a little depressing, to be honest. Now I'm just gonna go ahead with this fluffy brush and take like this black color here called Obsidian, and I was supposed to show you like all the colors here in the corner, but hey, I'm just gonna show you how I do this because it works. Oh no, getting fallouts. It took me 1 week to kind of get a hang of things. I went to the hospital every day to get my blood work and to see if my platelets have gone up and down. If you see my part 1 video, platelets, I talk about them, and platelets are basically, it's supposed to help you with blood clots and like proper healing and whatnot. And so I had to make sure that didn't go down, because if it went down like that, it would be the same situation that my uncle went through. Didn't want to do that, but luckily my platelets were still up. My mom also got sick too, so we were both at the same time, but her symptoms were pretty light. Her sickness wasn't as worse as I was, so hers was like super normal, I think, and she just like a little bit fainted. She had cold sweats. She also had fever, but really minor. Her fever only lasted like 2 days, 3 days, and then it was gone. But my healing process was literally like 3 weeks, and it took such a long time, but I managed to make it, and that's what I'm happy about. I'm gonna go ahead, use this gold color called Cairo, and then I'm just gonna pack that on my lid with my finger. Literally so beautiful. Just gonna pack it on my lid. Wow. I just heard that while you have dengue or any sort of fever, you're not supposed to take ibuprofen, but it makes your platelets go down or something. I was trying to avoid it, but I couldn't. So what I really did to help diminish my dengue was to basically drink lots of fluid, eat a lot of food, even though I didn't want to, but I just tried to force myself, and then a lot of rest. I was taking a medication called paracetamol, which is called, I think it's also called biogesic. I'll insert a photo here as well, and it's supposed to help with like lowering down your fever and then alleviating aches and pains and stuff. It really helped as well. There are some times like my fever would go up and down, it would still be there. I think I had to take the pill like 3 times a day, morning, lunch, and dinner. I also drank it's kind of like a tea, but it's basically called tawa-tawa, and I think everyone in the Philippines know what that is, but it's supposed to help like boost your blood platelets as well. Try to take away the actual like virus itself. I drank like 10 glasses a day, and it was so crazy. I had a big huge water bottle, and it was like a 24-ounce swell, and I think I drank 2 of those in a day. And I don't know if it was a tawa-tawa, but my mouth was like completely bitter. Like anything I tasted was so bitter. It was such an interesting thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this goldish yellow, and I think I used this color on my first my part 1 video it's called Snow Glow, and use this fluffy brush. I don't know if it's gonna show up in camera, that's the only thing. Kinda does. I'm just gonna use my hand. Yeah, and then I also drank Energen, I think it's called Energen. It's basically a oatmeal cereal in a cup, like cereal in a liquid form, and I had to drink that, so that kind of gives me like all the vitamins. I also had to drink powdered form, but it's like it's a breast milk, and I know it's kind of weird. They've turned it into a powder form, and I had to drink that. Honestly, it tasted really good. It's really healthy, and I just had to dilute that with like warm water, and then like literally just drink it, like chug it. It's supposed to give me like energy booster kind of thing, like a lot of vitamins, because we all know that mother's milk is a good milk. Yeah, I was really waiting to feel better. In total for me it was like 3 weeks. It was because while I was healing, I also got a whole bunch of rashes. It started on my back, and if you've ever had a sunburn, the rashes, that's what it feels like a huge sunburn on my back, and when I touched it, it was just so painful. The rashes like kind of started in my back, then all the way down to my legs it started to show up, and then on my arms as well. I'm gonna go back with that under eye color that I used. I'm gonna take Hazel again. Kind of connect that a little. I'll just take this Fenty Beauty felt tip eyeliner and line my eyes. I'm just trying to like put it up a little bit and wing it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and tightline my eyes. And then I'm going to do some mascara, and I'm gonna use the Peacock Flare Mascara by CoverGirl. I will not fail this look. I really will not. And then now I'm going to do it under my eye, which is kind of hard just because I don't have any lashes in the bottom of my eye. Like, it's so sad. I also remembered when I had a fever, every time that I would head out, like literally the weather was like 38 degrees. All the humid, all the heat, like literally made me even more hotter. My fever just kind of doubled. Everything was just so hot. I was also weak, so it was really hard for me to go out. And the time when I had my rashes, it was still very hard to go out, but me and my family planned to go to a beach, and so it was really hard for me to head out because I had all the rashes. But during our drive there, like we were driving there for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes to get to where we were. That area is kind of like uphill, downhill kind of thing. And so I was okay in the car, but literally when I headed out, my rashes started to really get a little bit more painful. I was trying to enjoy my time. I was even sleepy. Suddenly my period showed up. Like, my period was so weird because I was already done my period a week before I was sick, and then it came back again. I don't know if it had to do with the dengue or it had to do with just the environment and stuff, and then getting used to everything. I had my period again, and so it wasn't painful, surprisingly, and it was really nice, but it was just kind of like still making me really tired as well. So a lot of things just was like going at me at once, and it was just horrible. So yeah, I was trying to enjoy my time on the beach. I really did not eat because like I really didn't have the appetite to eat or anything like that. So I was really trying to force myself, but it really didn't work. When we went back home, I just went straight to sleep. Like, I literally just laid down on the bed, turned on the AC, and then just laid down and didn't do anything. I was just chilling. I really just wanted to rest so that my body can really start to recover. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes. It's literally the Ardell lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and do those. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm really sorry I did not complete the whole entire video. I made a really bad mistake. Basically deleted all my files, and now I cannot find the end of the clip to this video, so I really do apologize. I did apply my lashes and everything. I will show you the final look, and here it is. So we got better, me and my mom and everyone in my family. We all rested after that because it was such a hectic situation. And I'm really happy that me and my mom and my uncle got better, and everyone around my compound. And we successfully defeated the virus. And we are very happy of that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I really do apologize that I wasn't able to show you how I did my bronzer and my lashes and stuff and how it looked, but I inserted a photo, so I hope that does justice. Yeah, thank you so much. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye!